Oh, today was shoulder day. Hi, Facebook fans and friends. Today was shoulder day and triceps. So, owie. Owie. I have a finally one of the cooler exercises that I do, not shoulders or triceps, legs. Yes, the dreaded legs. I'm going to show you the finishing exercise that I do on the leg press that I've been wanting to show you for a while. And of course, I'll tell you everything that I do, and you'll just have to believe me because I didn't tape the other stuff. One day I'll bring somebody in to actually videotape all my leg exercises to some degree, because again, like I said, I hate being in the way of others. It pisses me off that when folks get my way, so I make sure I don't get in their way. But when I go into the gym, I sit there and I like doing just a machine leg press. Something that's light, 100 pounds, 120 pounds I start with, and I just do a bunch of reps, 20 reps, and then I do the roller, and I roll the legs out, I stretch. And I'll do that until I loosen up. Sometimes that could be several iterations. So of 20 reps or more, and get on the floor and stretch and get back up, and then standing on a machine and twisting this and doing that until I become loose. Once that happens and I get a good pump, get some blood in there, then I like to go to the seated leg curl. I love the seated leg curl. The gym that I go to has one of those old school ones. So you get yourself in there, you lock it in, and you pull it underneath, and it's just really nice. It's not from the side; it's from the center piece comes on down, so the weight is evenly distributed between the legs, and I love that. It's so when you get in it, you have to grab the poles, you push down so the front piece comes down, and then you put your legs inside there, and it's a nice machine. It locks you in there, and I like to make it to where when I'm relaxing, my leg is stretching and the weight is still on my leg. And the blood really just flows into the hamstrings, and I'll count to 10 seconds before I release and let my legs out. And again, I'll do that for at least 4 or 5 sets, and I try to do about 15 reps on each set, and I just love that feeling. I've been known to sit there for 7 sets because I just love it so much. And sometimes I'll go to the calf machine, either the seated or the standing, and I'll do some calf raises there. I don't get too crazy because I do calves twice, if not 3 times a week. The main thing I try to do is get a real good stretch at the end of the exercise every single time. So I'll sit there, top squeeze, and then relax. Keep going. I just do 5 reps, and then you count to 10 and let it to stretch. And when you're stretching out, you want to make sure that you're it's not resting. The weight isn't resting. Your feet aren't resting, and it needs to be on you. The pressure needs to be on you. And again, the blood just fills up into the calves, and it just feels amazing. Once I get done with doing that back and forth, sometimes I'll throw in a single leg curl. They have that there. My right leg is more predominant than my left, so I'll sit there and I'll try to do some stuff just for the left side so I can catch it up. Then I'll move on to leg extensions. Again, they have an old school machine where the joint is in the center, so you have to kind of get up over the middle bar and get seated in there, and then your legs the weight again is evenly distributed across the left and right, not from the side. So one side can be pulling a little more of the weight than the other, or especially as they get older, sometimes they get canted when it's a sidebar from either end. So I hate those machines. This thing is perfect, and you load it with 45s, which I love. So I'll start with 2 45s because I'm usually warm by then, and I'll sit there and I'll do at least 2 sets with just the 2 45s, and I'll do anywhere from 10 to 15 just to get kind of a warm up, let the knees and the teardrops get some fluid in there, and then I'll sit there in 3 plates, 4 plates, 5 plates, and sometimes I'll go 6 plates. Sometimes there's like a sweet spot for me. 5 plates is perfect. I can get 15, 20 reps, and you get the good squeeze. Anything more than that, I wouldn't get the reps, and it's hard for me to get the squeeze at the top. And I'm trying to make sure that I'm careful and not injuring anything in the knees. I'm very lucky with any of my joints. I'm very strong. I don't have any problems in my knees and my elbows or anything like that. So, you know, if I had some wood, I'd probably knock on it, you know. So, and then I go from there, and from there I'll do squats. So I've been adding more and more squats to my leg workout, and I've changed the way I do my legs. Before, I used to be a little like close to shoulder width and the feet aiming outward, which was pretty comfortable to me, but I wasn't really able to get into the glutes that I wanted as much. I wouldn't explode as much at the bottom. I couldn't get in there and get the glute action. And as you get older, I have the saggy man ass syndrome, I like to call it. It's not that bad, but I mean, when you're on stage and you do that leg kickback, it bunches up, and I always say people don't want to see your bubble gum. So to fix that, you have to fix the way you're doing squats. Well, at least I do. So I move my feet a little closer, more shoulder width, and I make sure my feet are in line and just maybe slightly pointed out. And then this way I get nice and deep. And I rest the weight even further on my back so I can get down deeper into it. This makes it to where I can only do a max of 3 plates. So I'll start with single plate, and I'll do that for as many reps as I can get twice for 2 sets. I'll do that again for, sometimes it depends on how I feel, I'll add just a quarter on each side. So that, you know, it's not like I'm doing these huge jumps. I'm not doing 45s, 45s, 45s. Then I'll add 2 45s, and I'll sit there for 2 sets. And then sometimes I'll add a quarter to that and do a set before I move to 3 plates. And I want to each time be at least 10 reps out of that last. And it's pretty difficult for me because the motion and how I'm holding myself is really strict. So I can get in there, tighten the glutes as I come up, so I can really work the glutes and the upper hams. From there is where we get fun. Then I go to the leg press, but it's the one where you load the 45s, and I start with 4 plates on each side, and I do 15-20 reps, and then I'll add 2 more each side. Again, 2 more on each side, 2 more on each side. I go all the way to where this time, and I taped it, so you'll get to see it, so you won't be able to go bullshit. I had 10 plates on this sucker. Now the fun thing again is, like I said, after you do all those sets, so like 4 plates, 20 reps, 6 plates, 15-20 reps, 8 plates, again 15-20 reps. I try to always get 20 if I can. Sometimes I have to stop, in place, give myself 5 seconds to go out, but I'm usually able to do it. Then 8 plates, but the 10, I've never done 10 plates. So you got 10 plates, and then you got the platform, the weight of the platform, and I felt really good that day. So I said, let's do this. So I did 10 plates, and I did, I can't remember how many, maybe 12 reps I could only get for 10, the 10 plates, because it was new for me. Have never gone that high. And then I did the drop set, which is what I recorded, and I'll add that to this. And what I try to do is as many reps as I can for each weight. So I start with the 10. So remember, I already did a set of 10 plates at probably around 10 to 12 reps, and then I did it again. Rest, 10 plates. Start at 10, go, and you'll be able to see. I think I did 10 off the bat, and then I sit there and I take only 3 plates off at a time. And I know I only got like 6 maybe the next time, and I just do as many as I can. And I go on the other side, 3 off, 3 off, 3 off, until there's only 3 left, I believe, on each side. Once we watch the video, you'll be able to see that. So you'll be able to count if you want the reps. There's a lot of reps. It's a serious drop set, and it really fully smokes yourself when you're done. And that's a real nice way to, if you wanted to end your leg day right there. I don't. But I get to sit there and really smoke my legs, to really get in there and get the blood flow and know that I'm going to be able to grow and get the pain that you need to get. I have to do this. And so this is just something I want to show you, so maybe you can add this to your workout, because you got to remember the legs are strong. Such a huge muscle part in your body. If I dropped you with a 30-pound ruck, 30 miles away from your house, you'd get there eventually. That's how strong you are. Would it take hours? It could take hours, but you'd get there. And that's without practice. So to sit there, how do I tell my legs, I want you to grow? You got to smoke them. and you got to make them hurt, and that's one way to do that. And then when I get done with that, then I sit there and I'll do walking lunges, or I'll do the hack squat, and and I'll do wide hack squats up high, and some kind of where I'm able to get deep, lighter weight, and slow. And it's just excruciating at that point, because with all the other sets and all the other weights that I've done, a single plate like in a hack squat or 25s in dumbbells walking across the floor, you're sucking. Well, I am. At 50, I'm sucking. But I know that's what I need to do, because I'm only doing a single leg workout now, where last year I was doing double. Actually, for the last 3 years I was doing double legs every week, and that was because my legs were dragging. Last year, when I did the Phil Heath show, they said my legs overpowered my upper body. So, which is a good thing, So now I was able to focus on the upper body. So I've been pounding the upper body really hard, trying to get that sucker to grow. I believe I've done it. I can tell that I'm bigger. I can tell I'm more, fuller. But my body is compact. I don't have this huge, wide shoulder base, which makes my waistline not so impressive. So when I get down to the show and I'm like a 28 or whatever waist, that's not impressive on stage. The other guys have 26s, 23s. So if they have a shoulder width as wide as I have, and then they go down, that V taper is just so much more impressive. So I have to come in super tight, and those guys hopefully will be lacking muscle, lacking legs, lacking calves, and maybe not be as tight, and that's where I start to win out. So again, I'll add this the video to that so you can see it. Currently, this is early March. What is it? March 7th. I have months. I think the show I'm going to be doing is the Colorado Cup, and that is in August 3rd. I've started a little bit of a diet for the last month because I'm going to Florida soon, and I want to look good down there. If I'm walking around, I like to be wearing a tank top. I don't want to be all fluffy. So I got down to the lowest I got so far is 200 pounds. I was up to 214. I fluctuate between 200 and 206 depending on the water and the food that I do in a day. And I'll just coast right now all the way until the end of April, and then I'll start to lock it down like I did last year all the way into the show. So let's cut the talking and let's get to the video, and I'll see you guys at the gym.
Alrighty. Last set. First time ever. 10 each side. And we're strip 3 off. Continue on until we puke. Or we break legs.
Have you facing the right way? Have you facing the right way? Because now I'm crazy. That's all I got.
3 down. Feels lighter. inside, rep out.
It keeps coming down, right? You never have to guess what he's doing. That's it. I wish more people would.
And I did it.